Hello everybody and welcome, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you what I think is one of the best lead scraping tools out on the internet right now. Now if you're in the AI space, I'm sure you're aware that there's plenty of lead scraping tools out there. Some are free, some do cost, some give you limited access, some give you full access. Things like Apollo, Rocket Reach, Get Prospects, just to name a few. But the one I'm going to be showing today, it has been around for a reasonable amount of time, but only recently it's really started to come out with some useful functions. So I am talking about Clay.com. Now there is a free trial, which is currently what I'm on, and then I think it does go to a paid plan, but the free trial is 14 days and you could definitely get a lot of its functionality out of this free trial. So once you log in, there's going to be something that looks like this. There's going to be a dashboard. You got your timer at the top there, 14 days. There is a credits, as you can see, there is 1,000 that's available just out of the 1,000 initially. I think that's because when you first sign up, you do get given, I think it's 100 free credits added onto your account. And the thing that you can do with this is, I mean, there's loads. So find and enrich people, find and enrich accounts. You can help draft emails, you can set up workflows, find local businesses. This really does just keep going on. So I'm going to break down what Clay actually does, how it's different from the likes of Apollo and Apify, and when you should use each one. So what actually is Clay.com. So it's an AI-driven data scraper and enrichment tool, and you can literally think of it as a smart spreadsheet that can scrape next to anything off the internet. There's also, once you do find people, there's also options where you can specifically enrich them, create small summaries, enrich their LinkedIn. Obviously this does come with extra credits, but on the free trial you're still able to use this, and I think it really does show the power of lead generation, lead optimization, enrichment, and how this can specifically help you with sending cold outreach. This is something that we're currently implementing as one of my services, and if you do want to get in touch or you do think some of this might be helpful for your business, then I'll leave a description down below and you can book a free call with me. So if we hop straight into this now, I'm going to do it straight from the start so you can truly see what I'm on about. If we go to new and head to workbook, you're going to get a tab on the left here with all the options of what you can do. If we go straight into find and enrich people, so as with many things, there's going to be filters on the left, and on the right you can see names. There's all sorts. You have 210 million results that you can get from this. So let's just try and niche it down a bit. Let's try and put some filters on and see what we can do. So company attributes, for example, industries to include, industries to exclude. So this is probably where you can do a lot of your niching down. So let's say we want to do something like engineering. So let's go for mechanical engineering. And we'll say company size, we'll leave that blank. We'll try and get a broad spread of companies. And then, so we can go off that. We've got our brief company. Now let's find what the people we want. So the good thing about this is that it really does give you a long list of what's, so let's go for what job title now. And we're going to go for, say, manager and head. Just sort of get that senior management level of, just to try and get that senior management level. You got experience as well, so it knows how long they've been in the role from LinkedIn, and then location as well. So let's try and go for people next to me. So let's go United Kingdom, so we're not outreaching too far, and this is going to niche it down obviously to all companies and people within the United Kingdom. Profile, this is where you can specifically look for people or specifically look for keywords. So for example, if you're in recruitment and you want to scrape leads like this, you might want to see that they have skills in a certain area. So you might want to say that they have sort of Python experience, as it shows here, or they've had experience with vehicle testing, for example, if we're looking into engineering, or has prior experience using testing aviation. That's just some random examples, I don't know, top of my head sort of stuff. And we can limit the results as well. So let's go for 20 results per page, and you can see we've only applied 5 filters to this, and it's given us 4,000 results for people. We've got the name, the company name, the job title, location, LinkedIn URL, and this is really useful, especially the LinkedIn URL, because it's something that a lot of the data scrapers do miss out. And using the LinkedIn, you can get sort of HTTP requests in your automation or webhooks, and you can really just scrape the living hell out of these companies or people. So let's go, for example, and next this. And quickly to tell you as well, the reason why a lot of people use this and it's beneficial is because it works with live data. It's not just a static database, so it's constantly updating people based off sort of LinkedIn movements or posts that they've done. There's no code needed as well, which is obviously a massive benefit in this AI automation space. And then it uses AI where applicable. So the scraping and verifying, that's where this truly comes into play. As we've clicked next as well, you can see the suggested things that we can do. And it comes in with tokens. So enriching a person is 1 token per row. So obviously, as you can see, the more leads that you scrape, the more tokens you're going to use up. I think with Apify at the minute, there is an Apollo lead scraper where you can scrape up to 50,000 leads, I think it is, or it's $1.20 per 1,000 leads, but obviously that's limited. If you do really want to enrich leads and you say you're targeting a specific niche of people and you really want to get the maximum amount of information out of that, then this is perfect. This is what can really help businesses. You can do summaries of LinkedIn profiles, find the recent posts by user or company. So if you're, for example, wanting to vet someone that you're trying to employ, this could be really useful. It could build an automation to flag up any bad posts that they've done, and that could give you feedback on that. And then you can also add the work email there as well. So save and run the 10 rows. So as you can see here, got even more enrichments that we can use there, the sources, the signals, exports, everything like that. Export this into CSV, export this straight into Workspace. You can get a webhook to call this into automation. The opportunities are really endless. But first, let's talk about why you would use Clay, why you would use Apollo. But first, let's talk about why you might want to use Clay and why you might want to use Apollo. So Apollo is mainly like a business-to-business contact database, I guess, it's got millions of emails, phone numbers, just like Clay has. You buy credits, you get loads of leads from their database, and you can email them right there. So Clay, you can understand Clay is really good for, like I said, niching down, getting sort of hyper-targeted data for a certain group of people. Obviously, the limitation with Clay is that eventually it's not free, and if you do want to continue using it, you are going to have to pay. I'm not affiliated with this by any means. I just saw that this was a really good data scraper. I've used it a lot in my automations as practice and just to get a bit more of experience with it. I can imagine if you're on the plan, this can be really beneficial to companies and businesses. So you can imagine now you've got a long list of leads that you've imported into either some Google Sheets or your CRM database. The things that you can do with that, now you have the LinkedIn, the personal email, the company, are pretty much endless. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Perplexity, lots of different AI models that you can use to tailor things like responses, things like blogs, personalized emails to target that specific set of people. This is a real game changer in lead generation. And I know it's not new, but I think this is really going to benefit people in the future and especially businesses. And like I said at the start of the video, if something like personal email outreach or personal blog outreach interests you, then drop me a message. All my links are in the description. You can book a free discovery call with me. It takes 15 minutes and we can talk about how we can implement things like AI automation into your business.